All right, we've got Class 1 of Brahman Heifers in Ring B, Lawson Maddox, Raylan Hartman, Jenna Walpole, Claire Murphy, Colton Cowell, Samuel Tucker, and Hunter Gilliland. Judges Heifers range in age from January 3, 25 to March 18, 25. We need Class 2 Brahman Heifers lining up: Lexi Bishop, Stella Hanley, Lily Bishop, Grayson Wolf, Lacey Campbell, and Lacey Campbell. We need Class 3 on deck.
As we get started on the heifer side here in Ring A over here, a nice trio of females. I think the one we land on is probably the most maternal in terms of her look. I think her rib shape, specifically from her fore rib and the way she blends it into her shoulder, does it the best within the class. I think she's really good in terms of her feet and legs, and I still think she's fresh and feminine about her type and her condition. Just a nice one to go ahead and land on. The young man's that's going to come out next. That's a good centered body heifer that's got some shape in terms of muscle up high. I think a heifer, when we study her, probably just a little harder in terms of her fore rib, a little out in terms of her shoulder, but I think a nice female that's got some body shape down low. Just need to see her kind of blend her pieces just a little better there. And then the heifer that's going to round out our class, I think an angular heifer. She's feminine in her type and kind, and she's still sound when you put her in motion. She's a little harder body today, and maybe just a little rounder in terms of her hip. But three really nice heifers. Let's give them a round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 1 AOB Heifers. In first place, Abigail Hutchins. Second, Owen Ostrino. And third, Hallie Hinton. Coming back for the Bread and Own show is Abigail Hutchins. Coming into the ring, Class 2 AOB Heifers. Owen Ostrino, Kagan Wood, Ansley Bryant, Carly Shinnefield, and Shirley Hendricks. Judges Heifers range in age from October 12, 24 to November 24, 24. Class 3 AOB Heifers, we need lining up: Whitman Johnson, Chloe Baker, Wyatt Quillen, and Justin Reeder. We need Class 4 on deck.
Highlands County's here. We promise we all know how to show. We don't know what happened. It is, because have you ever seen Rosa run before? There she goes. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Look, Hunter's so distracted right now. He's like, you just still hanging out over there. Carson's like, we gotta move up now. Up, 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 up. The turkeys too. Oh, we're in the top 4. We're in the top 3.
It was a good class as we start our Brahman show here, and I tell everybody to come in, enjoy the show. Normally, we're still going with the Brahmins by the time the exotic ring is done half the time, but I tell everybody to do a couple things, to just sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Number one, because if you get up and move around too much, we'll probably end up with a lot more cattle running around and those kind of things. But at the same time, it wouldn't be a Brahman show without a couple of them getting loose right there off the bat, right? So I'm always impressed with the Brahman cattle in Florida. This is no exception. Our top 2 heifers right here are drastically different in their time. I think they're both very good and very high quality, and this is, I think, an exact story of this heifer wins today. I think 90 days from now we switch that pair for this heifer, but we kind of got to judge them how they're presented today, right? Things I like about this one that's going to lead us off. I love that heifer's moderation. Her mature cow size seems the most appropriate to me as we predict her out. She's bolder and softer right there in her midrib than what we have in this heifer in a second. And another thing I really like about that female is, to me, she's more appropriate in just the shape and size and femininity of her hump right there. And I think she's got just a slight edge from that perspective. She's not as wide built. I wish that we saw her with just a little bit more oomph compared to this heifer. She's not as big-footed or stout-boned, and I'd really like to intensify her in that particular regard. But again, right now, today, on October 4th, or whatever it is, she's the moderate, big rib, easy fleshing heifer that just looks the best right now. This heifer, again, 90 days from now, whenever she just kind of bellies down, and as we start thinking about her, getting further on into her show career, I love that heifer's look. I love her extension up front. I love her extra bone. Her length of body, I think, is very impressive. Right now, because she is a little longer bodied and just a shot bigger, she looks just a little hollow right there in her belly and just needs to soften up just a shot. When we do that again, I think we probably switch this pair. Right now today, she just needs to be a little softer built right there through the middle part of her belly. And this heifer runs around like a wild banshee and doesn't really just want to stand there and ever let you get a look at her. When she finally does, it's nice. I really like that heifer. I think she's got a lot of quality right there, specifically through her front end. I think her hind leg design is really good. She's obviously incredibly sound because she's been running around like Usain Bolt back here. And so I think all those things are very, very good. Does she have the natural kind of four-rib shape, the natural kind of just thickness that our top two cattle have? Maybe not, but again, time will tell on that heifer. I think she continues to get better. That's a very nice individual. Worst thing about her is her attitude. She's got tons of quality outside of that. This heifer right here is a little too round right there after her hip, a little steep right there in that regard. It throws off her balance just a shot, but I like her depth of body, just the real great turn that she has to the upper part of her rib cage, and her thickness just needs to make her a little better right there out of her rump. This heifer right here needs a shot more bone and foot size, and compared to our top four cattle, yeah, don't hit me. Compared to our top four cattle right here, probably not just as wide and bold and massive, and that's why she goes down. She needs just a little bit more thickness, and comparatively, the love the heifer's femininity right there, really good individual. This red heifer, deep body, soft middle, soft weight, sound. When you look at it again, one of those is just a little bit flatter right there through a rib cage, a little bit frailer in her design. A good looking heifer right here that's got lots of quality from the side. She has shot bigger frame and longer body, and right now just needs to soften up and have a little bit more to her relative to her length and her frame. But again, excellent class. Congratulations to all those kids. Done a really nice job.
Congratulations.